Why is it a big one? Because the small one, like here, it's like squishy. So it does
Yeah,
look
what's
big,
that?
like,
Madam.
yeah, anyway, it was like, I just promised.
Yeah, I've been promised by Pat. Like I said to him this morning, like, am I certainly gonna die in 2 months? Because it's been getting closer. Like, because you know he converse like we're twin spirits, as you can see by my eyes and my face and that. Unfortunately, my brother, I'll be honest, my brother sold my computer, the one where I used to be like a six-pack, like, you know, the Barled, the Bandoleros, where I used to rap, where I left 4 albums, like Park, you know what I mean? Park said to me earlier, like, it was basically you, where you left your albums and your stuff to, you was where I was at. And when I went, did that Me Against the World album, and I went to jail, and you've been in your own inner jail, same as me, for as long as me, and now you're released, you're free. Yesterday they said, the angels, that it's time now for you to go away from the pain, stop being harassed and bullied telepathically by demons and spirits and all that, and to enjoy your life. And there's one angel pointing at my pocket, because you know I see them every day. When I go home, there's 5 angels waiting for me, 5 children. But there's 7 gods. There are 5 gods from the 7 realms. They come in the form of children to teach me all about childrenhood, childhood, how to treat them, how to love them, how they love you back, how they sleep with you, if you're a dad like or a mother. You know, so I know exactly now about motherhood and fatherhood on a real level. I know that Michael Jackson shit, families, don't you worry about that. That really hurt me, you know, when I heard about what he did. Because I love the guy, you know. I followed him all my life. Even now, I think God made him for a reason, you know, for all of us, because his music still hits me to this day. Old music from back in the days, when I'm, I'm bad, Thriller, you know, all them songs still hit in hearts, you know, because it's like timeless music that's been made for all time. It will never die, like, it will never lose its potential in the charts or in people's opinion zones. It'll always reach the soul. So he went through his journey, you know. Perhaps, you know, his daddy beat him and he was forced into the fame and forced to be an adult and learn all these adult things he missed out in childhood. That's why he liked the company of kids and boys and that, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that, is there? As long as you don't, you know, touch them or you know, fuck them or anything like that, you know, that's wrong. Now that's called buggery, you know. Really, it's buggering, you know. You can't get stuck a dick because that's just, it's sick. Kid don't need that. I mean, I know kids because I was a rent when I was 8, like started when I was 6, but you know, I used to look for sex when I was 8 from older men, like, you know. I used to like, you know, do some really naughty things like mine, been for a very strange life. And I know rent boys as well that was 12, 13, very pretty children, and they used to like go rent up on Anchor Road, like the main place for rent boys in Bristol. That's where I worked, you know, from when I was young to like when I was to 22, and but we were lucky. We had one guy that used to look out for us. But I had many a time where like older men like come and free some upon us, like, you know, and do some naughty shit to us, including the police in Western Super Mary. You know, they used to take us to the station like every day to strip search us. I always had drugs on me though, but I used to just cheat them. And then where they was into my bum, like, so I was, you know, you see my Facebook shit, so you could pretty much imagine 20 years, 15 years prior to that, right? So yeah, so, but I don't want to put a complaint against them because it was just funny, you know, and my drugs never got taken off me, and it was just funny experiences, like, you know, it taught me a lot about life, because otherwise I would have just been alone, you know, all the time with my friends or on my own. That's where being with the police and going to court and stuff like that, always mixing with solicitors and lawyers and courts and judges and prosecutors. You know, you just learn so much about the system and getting bail and how the police works and how, you know, the cars that they drive and what they're allowed to do and so much stuff. And moving on from Michael Jackson and shit like that, you know, perhaps if I didn't go through all that I went through, I might have become like him, because I missed out on my childhood just like him in different ways, like. But I always knew God had other plans for me, so I was very lucky. And I always said, like, heroin was my savior. If it wasn't for the heroin, maybe I might have turned out like, you know, got into some naughty things, like, because I was forced into the fight of life at an early age and thrown out there in the lion's den. Nothing ever harmed me, you know. The drugs always kept me on my toes, always kept me busy, being chased by helicopters around the Superman, because I just went into a shop and just burglarized the whole place. You know, like getting chased by police every single day around Gloucester Town Centre, like, you know, hiding in this shop and then watching security run down that way, getting out of the shop, running into a next alleyway, hiding there, someone saying there he is and running there, then there, and, you know, going through all these situations in life, and then going to Dorchester prison on my auntie's wedding when I was 17. Around all these, they put me right in the man section of the jail. I was frightened as hell, but everyone looked out for me. You know what I mean? Because I was a really, like, street smart, good looking boy. If I was in heroin, Mama always bought me coats and stuff, you know, so I was always smart, you know, with the trainers and the hat, everything, the whole 9 yards, like, you know. She was my government that supplied me surplus clothes, you know, army fatigues made for battle. That's how I looked, and all the kids knew it, and all the young gangsters knew it too. They knew I was a good luck charm, so they carried me wherever they went. They took me with them. I never had to pay for a thing. But wherever I went, I just sort of brought luck. I brought a lot of luck to a lot of famous people that I realised God woke me up to how I was on earth. If I watched this person for a certain amount of time, their career would rise. Then I took my eyes off them. They'd fall. Same with so many people. So I sort of taken all my energy and all my power, you know, and I put it into myself, and I'm investing it in my heart, and I've become naked throughout the world, in my YouTube, in my Facebook. I grew into a female, and I've grown out of that into a man, but inside, people say you look like female to me, but I've taken all my power back and I've reinvested it within, and I've become naked for the world. But years ago, I had a dream that I became naked, and I was walking around the whole of England naked. And that's what I'm doing now. Wherever I go, I feel naked in front of people, you know, but it feels good because I've overcome so much of my problems and my dilemmas that people like see that I'm naked in my eyes and they like it. So the person that's evolved through me exposing myself to myself and God and people, it equals something that is really nice. So chemistry is good, science is wonderful, biology is whoa. Do you know what I mean? Geography is great. Inner geography of your own planet to understand your inner realm. Last night I closed my eyes and I just saw a glance of the universe, like, you know, because my third eye is open to it. And what you ask in life you receive. And I'm not into becoming a millionaire where I am now that I finished my journey. I was more into the universe now. So I pester God until I get it. In the Bible it says request, like you've already received it. And that's what I asked for. It's funny, isn't it? So, you know, you could call me mad, but I know what I know, and I know what I see.